are in the Strahov Monastery. Well, the monastery was founded during the 12th century. It is a Premonstratensian monastery, which is very uncommon name. It's not so known as the Benedictine Franciscans and similar. The monks, they came from Premont, which is a region in France, and settled here. And they took such two main tasks. The first was, of course, the religion, to spread the religion here, the Christianity, and the second was to do the research and to collect the literature. So therefore they founded here the oldest library in Prague, the library of Strahov, which has now two main halls. We are now inside of the oldest hall. This is the hall which is called Theological Hall. Well, and above we have the frescoes from Siart Nosetsky. You know, it's dating back to the year 1680. 1680. Well, and here you can see as well how the books developed. So it means first the books to distinguish each other, the books. So first they were wrapped. Typically they were wrapped in the skin, well, and the pergament, the paper was handmade. Everything was written by hand, of course. Well, and first the hedges have had different colors to distinguish the books. Then after the hedges were numbered. And then after they were depicted by different symbols, animals, plants, and so on. And to have the titles at the edges, it's relatively new. Well, only 300 years we have at the edges the titles of the books. Well, the monastery was closed down by the communist regime in the year 1948. And was reopened 1993. In the 1993 came some monks from exile, mostly from Bavaria. Well, and the monks of Czech origin. Well, and after the revolution, some of the young people, they entered the monasteries, but now they have the same problems as everywhere. So it means not having enough young people. Well, so far I know, 2 years ago they had about 53 monks. Well, and they are wearing typical white dresses. Typical white dresses. You have seen him. Yeah. You have seen one. Yeah. Now.
Hey.
Australia discovered. So it's about 1645. Well, so there is still missing Australia. I don't know whether Hawaii is present. I don't know at what time was discovered Hawaii. This is again for the book. Well, the huge book was given into it. You opened it, well, and then you could close it again, you know. So just for presentation.
Paní Rika už je tady, takže ona sem za chvíli přijde, jo? Budete chtít ty brožurky potom, co máme tady? A nebo to se domluvíte s paní Neumannovou?
The books handmade, because it was a lot of job to do it, so the writers, in fact, they wrote just 3, 4, 5 books for life. Well, it's lasted too long. Well, because everything had to be absolutely accurate, you know, and colored and so on. It lasted years to complete such a book. Yeah. And then we have here the only statue, by the way, this statue of Saint John Evangelist.
Here's a little globe. Africa looks the same. South America, US. We got Hawaii on here, maybe. Is that Hawaii? Maybe not. What else do we got? Little boxy thing, yeah. This guy. Oh look, there's little thingies on the windows. Little people.
Different books, and you can turn it, you know, and the books are not falling down, which is very clever. Yes, it's as well nearly 300 years old.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Very clever. But the most curious thing here are the boxes, which you may see here above the entrance and above the exit over there. Well, the boxes are for the libri prohibiti. It means it's for the forbidden books. As I mentioned here, well, not only here, but everywhere, time to time is forbidden to read some books, you know, from the former regime, and then, well, then such books are get into the fire mostly, well, but some regimes were a little bit more clever. They just locked it in cases which were not allowed to open. So after the victory of the Catholics in the 30 Years' War, the Protestant books were locked just inside of the cases, of the boxes of cases, so you could read it then 200 years later again to open it and read it. So this is 1680. And now we will see the hall, which is 100 years younger, so it means about 1780. Okay? Probably we have to go this way. This way is better. This way is better.
Look how old these things look.